What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another brand new tier list. We're going to be today doing Ash's Pokemon. From what I can see about this tier list, it should be fully up to date. There is a few things missing I can definitely notice. From the looks of the tier list as well, it is not like when Ash caught Charmander, it hasn't got Charmander and Charmeleon on this list. It is Charizard because that's the furthest it evolved. So that is what is there. There is Pokemon on here who I was not watching the cartoon or anime when they were in the show, so I'm going to put on haven't seen. That does not mean they're not a great Pokemon. It will be by how strong the Pokemon is physically in terms of games, in terms of like the lore, but also how well they did for Ash. Sometimes one will override the other. You might get a terrible Pokemon who Ash used like top notch. You'll get a really good Pokemon who Ash underused. And I'll just try to work out a medium, or I might just ignore the credentials altogether. We're going to try to go in order that they have got. Ambipom to begin with, he's average. He's an average Pokemon. Better if he was evolved. I'm not going to spend too much time on a lot of the Pokemon that I haven't seen as much of. We'll obviously spend a lot more time on the likes of Charizard. Butterfree was absolutely iconic in the show. Still remember when it finally evolved. Don't forget, Caterpie was the very first Pokemon Ash caught, and it eventually became Butterfree. And then I think he beat Fuchsia City Gym with it. He beat Kogo with it. Above average. Definitely ain't getting into the Elite Four, but above average for sure. Kingler was also a very early Pokemon. See, when I think about Kingler, all I can think of is like there was a Pokemon randomized Nuzlocke I was playing. It was Ruby, I think it was, and every 10 trainers I fought had a Kingler, and he would just whip out the Guillotine, which is a one-hit KO move, but it only has 30% accuracy, and he hit it every single time. I lost so many Pokemon to Kingler, so that in my head is giving him above average vibes. Larvitar, obviously he never made it to Tranitar. If it's just a Larvitar, it's average. Like there should probably be a section under average for bad. But like all of Ash's Pokemon were decent. Muck be above average. Pidgeot Elite Four. I love Pidgeot. Like Pidgeot was when I first started playing Pokemon Blue as a kid. I would always make sure I caught a Pidgey, got it all the way up to Pidgeot, and they would be on my team no matter what. Even if I caught all 3 legendary birds and Mewtwo, Pidgeot was still there along with my starter as well. Gallade is, I think Gallade's an Elite Four Pokemon. Bayleaf, if it had been Meganium, it would have been a different kettle of fish. But I do love, like as I've said before in a previous video, I've got a Meganium first edition Pokemon card, and I've got just an infatuation with like the whole Johto generation. I'm going to put Bayleaf and Champion. Come at me in the comments. I don't even know who this is. This just looks like somebody's butthole. I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to put it in haven't seen. Floatzel's average. Some big boys. Right, we've got Bulbasaur, legendary. Not even in doubt. For what he did, considering he never even evolved into Ivysaur and Venusaur, and insane. Charizard, I think Charizard's going to be like top of the list altogether. He'll be the #1 legendary simply because Charizard wasn't just your standard evolved from Charmeleon and Charmeleon into Charizard. He was already iconic as Charmander, but the way he just didn't listen to Ash, and like he sort of like was the epitome of seeing the games when there was a gym leader saying, "Oh, you can't Pokemon up to level 30 will obey," and you always thought, what's he talking about? Charizard was that. He was too strong for Ash. Ash at that stage shouldn't have had a Charizard. It hadn't built up that enough yet. But then see when he came in for clutch moments, like what he did to Magmar against Blaine, when he did basically the body slam from space. Yeah, Charizard's like absolutely iconic. He'll be top there. Corphish, obviously shout to King Corphish, the Poketuber. I'm going to say average. I can't really give him more than that. Donphan, I've always been a big fan of Donphan. I'm going to give him above average. I think that's Cornvine, but I'm not sure. I'm going to go haven't seen because I'm not sure it is him. Dragonite, I'll go Champion. No, because Ash really did lean into the whole Dragonite thing. The Dragonite was such a big Pokemon in Pokemon for such a long time, and Ash finally started using them. So I'm happy it got there. Gengar, I'll go Champion. I think that's fair for Gengar. Gengar is an absolute beast. Everyone loves Gengar. Mega Gengar looks so scary and brilliant. Gimbal, I think his name's Gimbal. He's average. He's not too bad. Gliscor, a bit above average. Gliscor's always like a bit of an underrated Pokemon. I think it's Lundra. I'm not sure. Like the picture's not the best. It's all lit up. But Lundra's a very good Pokemon. I would say maybe even an Elite Four Pokemon. Greninja. Greninja's legendary. Greninja's an absolute weapon. He really is. We've got Hawkluka. Hawkluka's a very good Pokemon. Very underrated. I would say Elite Four. Heracross. Heracross is a monster. I'm going to go champion. If a Heracross hits you with close combat, you're gone. I've literally just battled this guy in Radical Red, so I should have known his name, but I know he's a great Pokemon. I'll go Elite Four. Infernape? Yeah, it's Infernape. Infernape is a legendary Pokemon. He's absolutely fantastic. Crocorock or Crocodile. I don't know if he's fully evolved yet. I think he's fully evolved, so it'd be a Crocorock. He's an Elite Four Pokemon. Lapras, champion. Absolute champion. I can't even see who that is. I'll go haven't seen. If I can't see who it is, it wouldn't be fair to go anything. I'm gonna go haven't seen on him. Haven't seen on him. And haven't seen on him. Lucario, legendary, and everybody loves Lucario. Everybody. There's not a person out there who can tell me Lucario isn't an absolute machine. Noctowl. I think Noctowl's above average. Probably one of the better flying Pokemon. We didn't know how good we had it back then. Before everything just became rinse repeat. Noivern's a very good Pokemon. I think Elite Four. Ozzawalt. I'll go champion. Compared to the other starters Ash got, like he wasn't quite up to that standard, but still pretty good. I don't know who that is. I'd never seen you. The Primate who loved Ash's hat, he was a legend. He's a champ. Absolute champion. I think he's fantastic. Quilava, as I've told you, I said about the Bayleaf. Quilava, I love that gen. I'll go champion because he didn't quite get the Typhlosion. It's not Noctowl, it's the grass one. I'll go above average. First starter not to be in the first 3 tiers. Sceptile's a legend. Like Sceptile's an absolute machine. Is that Galarian Farfetch'd? I'd say above average, not much more. Don't know who that is. By the way, I'm just saying, I'm not saying I don't know who they are. Like, I know who they are, but I didn't see them in the show. So, like, and there's Pokemon, anybody above this bottom list, like, I know them all, like, in the Pokemon world, but I've also seen them in the show. Whereas these guys, I know them. Like, this guy I've literally got on my current run of Radical Red, but I haven't seen them on the show, so it wouldn't be fair to rate Ash's Pokemon, like, in terms of the importance to Ash, if I haven't seen him on the show. Same with this guy, haven't seen him on the show. Snorlax is an absolute tank. He's an Elite Four mom. Would I have him in a champion legendary team? Definitely not. Squirtle, got his tattoo on my arm. Legendary, easy. No, I can't put him above Charizard because that would be my bias in terms of thing. But we are talking Squirtle squad, Squirtle here. So Staraptor, very very underrated mon. I'm going to go average, and then we've got Kalo, above average. I think that's probably fair. Talonflame himself, he's an Elite Four mon. I think he's an absolute machine. Is it Torterra? Torterra, I think it is. He's Elite Four. No, that's Torterra. That's bloody... I've forgotten his name. It's the fire slug of evolution thing. This is Torterra. He's an Elite Four mon for sure. Totodile, it's legendary. I absolutely love Totodile for Alligator Croc. Not all of them. Shout out the United Gamer. He loves Totodile as well. Absolutely iconic. I can't even tell who that is. So I'm gonna go down here. We've got Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime's brilliant. Likes the movie Detective Pikachu. The whole scene where he's trapped in the barrier box and he gets set on fire is hilarious. But that's a bit of bias. I'll go above average. Is that Zacaron or Xanium? I didn't see that, so I'm gonna go haven't seen, and I don't know what these guys are, so I'm gonna go haven't seen. This is Pikachu. Like, he's above Charizard. It's Pikachu. He's the icon. He's literally the one who, like, I think I was reading the report that Pikachu wasn't even meant to be the mascot of Pokemon. It was meant to be Clefable, or Clefairy, sorry. Thank goodness they pivoted away from that. Pikachu has been so iconic. By the time that Ash finally won the Pokemon League, Pikachu would have been easily over level 100 or above in terms of Pokemon games. So he should have been able to beat everybody. Pikachu is the mascot, the icon, the main event essentially. That's a pretty good top tier list. I swear every tier list I do, I end up with 10 and 10 in the top tier. There's 10 here, and every one of them is worthy of that place. All these in Champion, they could easily have been in Legendary as well. These Elite Four Pokemon, you know yourselves, anyone who's played the games, anyone who's making in your Elite Four team is still badass. I actually like a lot of the above average ones, like the Butterfree and all, would have been an Elite Four if it was like differently named, but you wouldn't take a Butterfree into the Elite Four, so I have to be realistic. Not that many on average, which says a lot about Ash, and I know there's a lot of these Pokemon here would have been, if I had seen these episodes, would be up here, but I haven't, so I have to be fair. But that's my list, guys. If you think any of it is completely insane, just let me know. I'm sure there will be people coming at me anyway. Comment down below who your favourite Pokemon are, who you would have in Legendary category. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. That would be fantastic to do all that stuff you guys like to do, and I shall see you on the next one.